Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today is a bit of a different video, going back to that Halloween, ooh, scary, ooh. Yeah, I don't know what this intro is. But in today's video, right, we're going to be doing a what are my fears video. Like fears and phobias, and I'll also be doing like a how I'm planning on getting over them and like why I think I have them kind of thing. Just to also bulk out the video, but also to help you guys, if you guys have any fears that you don't want, maybe you can use some of my tips, or if we share the same fears, we can talk about it. But I have some pretty weird fears, especially for a guy in a wheelchair, such as lifts. Me, the wheelchair guy, right? Me that uses that all day, is terrified of lifts. Elevators are terrifying to me. I just get terrified. I will avoid lifts as much as I can in public places. I will either go downstairs if I can, or take someone in a lift with me to go up, or find a ramp nearby, or get out of the chair and have someone carry up my wheelchair up the stairs. Which is why I mentioned this in one of my college videos. I mentioned that I was having people carry my chair up the stairs and then I was crawling up and then got told off about it. Well, that's because the reason why they were carrying it is because of my lift phobia. And also, I think one of the lifts were broken that day, which was why we all just agreed to start carrying it up, because it was just a lot easier. But, yeah, it's putting me in more danger because of my lift phobia, which is, like, why I'm not really, like, sure what to do about it. Like, I want to get over it, I really want to, but also the amount of times that I've been stuck in lifts, like I've been stuck in a lot of lifts by myself, and I think like once with someone else, but in my old school, right, in my middle school I think it was the first time I got stuck in a lift. I had a special key to open the lift and all of this, went up, and I think I accidentally hit the emergency stop button, but I was quite young, I didn't know what I did. Like, all I had to do was hold a button and it would move me up, and voila. But when that happened and I got stuck, I was terrified, because like it was like break, I think, break or lunch. So people were going past the lift doors. I could see, because it was like one of them weird lifts where you can like have a glass door. So like it was a metal door, but with like a tiny window that I could see through. So I knew people were going past. I was trying to shout for help. I just didn't get heard. I was terrified of lifts after that. I then started to get better with it. Like straight after, I started like trying to deal with lifts again. After I got stuck that first time, I was given some food. Like I was given some sweets, I think it was, and one of my teachers looked after me for a bit. So shout out to you, anonymous teacher. That I don't know if you would like your name being said, but they were an amazing teacher and they were really caring for me. But that's not the only time that happened. It happened again in my secondary school. It happened quite a lot in my secondary school, because it was one of them regular lifts, except a lot of the people at my secondary school were arseholes, and they'd like force the doors open, which would just stop the lift completely. And then it would like go up when the doors are shut, or like it was just a terrifying thing, because I'd constantly get stuck in the main lift. And then there was another couple of times where I got stuck in lifts in that school. The lifts weren't really good at my secondary school, thinking about it. I don't think I've been stuck in any public lifts. It's mainly just been schools, but it's still a fear that I have. I think probably because of that first time where I was shouting for help and no one heard me. Eventually, someone did come and get me. Like, I think it was one of the teachers heard me crying because I was in tears, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just in the lift crying my eyes out because I thought I was going to die in that lift, I swear to God. yeah, I think one of the teachers had me crying and came and helped me out the lift. So yeah, again, shout out to my teachers. I have pretty good teachers. I feel like I've gone on long enough about lifts though. Jesus Christ, this turned into a very lift themed video. Yeah, what I'm doing about lifts is taking people up lifts with me whenever I use them. Um, I still try and avoid them. I'm trying to work on going in them, like getting over that fear and just facing it. Um, but it's just difficult. Uh, Now the next one is needles and injections. For as long as I can remember, I've had this fear. Um, Apparently, when I was young, I was having an injection and I had it go in my arm, and then I tensed up and it got stuck in my arm. And when they pulled it out, because it was like so much pressure and stuff, blood was pouring out my arm, and it was quite bad. I don't remember this, but clearly some part of me does because it's traumatized me from injections. Um, I had to have injections for a while still. Like, I've had injections pretty much my entire life up until recently, where they have them in my legs for Botox, and that would help stretch my legs out and mean I can use them a bit easier. Um, However, I don't really have that much that I can do about it. I try and avoid needles as much as I can. Like, I'm fine with being stabbed. I've like had pins go in me, and I've just calmly taken them out. Splinters are fine. Like, even like cutting my hand, I've done that quite a few times, and I'm completely fine with that. So I don't know what it is. It's just a fear of needles. Like, I can have a pin in me and be completely fine. One time I fell over and put my hand on like a couple of pins, and they were stuck in my hand, and I just calmly took them out. But if there's a needle, if it's someone else, if it's a professional doing it to help me, I'm terrified. It's quite an important thing to be able to have needles without having panic attacks. Because like, for the past couple of injections that I've had to be put on gas and air, sedated, and like restrained by my mum. And that I don't think helped, because I was like, I think the last injections that I had were under general anaesthetic, not including my ones in my bladder because I had to be put under GA for that. But like, it's weird, it's annoying, and it's hard. I don't really have that much that I can suggest for this one, unfortunately. Maybe taking people there to hold your hand, or like, I don't know. I just still try and avoid them, just because I don't want to go through that. So let's move on to a slightly more common fear. I know quite a few people are scared of injections, but oh yeah, one thing that I was meant to say is my fear of lifts isn't claustrophobia. I don't mind tight spaces or like cramped spaces. Um, like, I've been in cupboards and like caves and stuff, and I wasn't really that scared of them. So I've been in like cupboards and caves, and they aren't too bad. Like, I don't really get scared in them. Um, I remember I was scared of one cave that I think it was mainly because people were jumping out at me and it was like an entertainment thing. But like, I've been in cramped spaces and been perfectly fine, so I don't think it's claustrophobia. Now, let's move on to something else, which again a lot of people have. I repeated myself because I had to stop recording like between the last two sections, but yeah, I'm scared of heights. Now, it's a weird fear of heights because I've been on high places, I've been on rooftops, and I've been completely fine. Like, I've been on planes and been completely fine. But like, if I was to go up, there's a tower in London like that marks where the Great Fire of London happened. I almost went up there and then got terrified like halfway up, I think. And I don't know why, because I've been higher, as I said, but for some reason I'm terrified of that. Climbing trees is a bit of an awkward one. I get quite high, perfectly fine. I get a little bit uneasy on trees, but not as bad as most cases. Now, a fucking plane goes overhead just as I'm talking about my fears of heights. So, like, my fear of heights is very inconsistent because, like, as I said, I've been up a tree and been fairly okay. But one time I went abseiling, on the multi-activity course video that I did. That was my most recent time doing it. I was pretty okay with it because I've done it a couple of times now. But my first 2 times, I think, I was absolutely terrified. I was shaking. It was just terrifying for me. But like climbing trees without harnesses and stuff, I'm okay with. Like, what the fuck? I then went up a castle once. I won't say which one, but I went up a castle, and that was okay. I got a little bit scared, and I don't know why, because it was on a hill, so I was scared of like rolling down a hill. I don't really know, like, because I didn't go up high in the castle. I went up high relative to the ground next to me, if that makes sense. Like, I was on top of a hill. I didn't make it all the way up into the castle, so I don't know why part of me was scared of that. If I did it again now, I'd probably be fine. In fact, I think I've done it since then and been fine. So again, I have a very inconsistent fear of heights. So they were some pretty normal ones, fairly understandable ones. I think the fear of heights is just scared of falling from them. Not even scared of falling from them, scared of landing. When you're scared of heights, you're not actually scared of heights. You're scared of the floor and touching it when you are high. Big brain. But yeah, I don't really know what caused that one. I think it's just a natural fear most people have. Spiders and snakes I'm fine with. I haven't really had any bad experiences personally. My brother was bitten by a snake once, and that was kind of scary, but yeah, I don't really have that much of a snake or spider phobia. Now, I'm just trying to think of some more. So, this next thing that we're going to talk about is a bit deep. If you guys aren't interested in it, then click off the video now. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. But if you are interested in it, the next fear is a fear of failure. It's an awkward thing. Like, no one likes to fail, but like, and I'm not even on about like small failures, like failing a trick, or like failing to edit a video or something like that. But like, I mean, big failures like failing exams, and I was quite scared around that time when I was doing my GCSEs, and then like now I'm a little bit scared of failing my course. But like, you just got to do what you can, I think, with this. And yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like, I'm not scared, as I said, of keep on hearing and seeing something over there. I don't know what it is, but there's something. So yeah, I think it's not really a fear of failure. It's a fear of like academic failure more than anything, and that is, like, I'd say the last of my main fears. I can't really think of anything else. And the weather's starting to get a bit bad. I can feel some rain dripping, and it's getting quite dark, which is good for the Halloween feel, you know? Ooh, scary. But also not good for recording. So I think I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, all of that usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and